Well, good morning, Maria.
Good morning, Brendan.
And how are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
Good.
Good.
My name, as you know, is Brendan Lang, or Mr. Lang.
Mr. Lang.
I am your lessons instructor for today. Do you know anything about the instrument that we're going to be practicing on today, the flute?
Not much. I know you have to tilt the mouthpiece to get a sound out of it.
Oh, very
That's
good.
about it.
Very good. That's a lot of info right there off the bat already. Not a lot of people already know how to make a sound or how to play the flute quite yet. So that is a very good start. So what we will do is, if you stand up, we're going to take a look at this flute right here
Okay.
and we're going to open it. You always want to make sure this side is up. Sometimes it'll be labeled as in saying top, but if any case, you want to look and see, yep, the skinnier side, and that will be the top side. So then we will flip that up, yep, just like that, and we will open it up. So,
Good.
for this flute, this is the head joint. This is the part of the flute where you will be making your noise to travel out throughout the rest of the flute to make musical notes and whatnot. That is the head joint once again. Let's see. This big long piece of flute is called the body. The body is the main part of the flute that has the most keys on it, where you will be doing most of your twiddling, and it connects to the head joint like this. And when you put on the head joint, you don't want to just shove it in there.
Yeah.
While you're pushing, you want to twist.
Okay.
That way it's all in there. And then I will show you how to fix it and adjust it to your specifics later on in this lesson today.
Okay.
So after the head joint and the body, we have the foot joint. The foot joint has the last few keys right here. And this key is especially important because it helps, what does it help? It helps. It helps get to the higher registers and whatnot.
Okay.
It helps stabilize the sound.
Sounds good.
So the head joint, as you will see, there's a part right here that has the opening like a bell. And then there's this part where it has the special key.
Yep.
And you will connect it. The thing is, you would expect to connect it like that where the rods are alignment, right? But in fact, you want to put it like this. So where that key...
So the keys line up.
Yes, very good. And then, that's all there is to the flute. Again, the head joint, the body, and the foot joint. Would you mind repeating these to me as I point them out? So,
Body, head joint, foot joint. Body, foot joint, head joint. Head joint, foot joint, body.
very good, very good. And now, what we will do is that I will also demonstrate how to take this apart. So you never want to grab around these rods.
Yeah.
These rods, they are very easy to bend and kind of hard to replace, but not really if you come to a professional. Just don't try to attempt it yourself. If something becomes broken or damaged, come to me and then we'll go from there. But where you want to go is that to take off the foot joint, what I like to do is grab right here, grab the end of the foot joint, twist, and pull. Take it off nice and easy, and then you will put it back in its case just like that. And you will figure out where everything fits in. Sometimes you'll feel it won't just fit quite right, so then you'll have to adjust a little bit. So next part, this is a little bit trickier, but not too much, fortunately. Where you will go is you will grab right here for the head joint, and then you will grab right here for the body. You will twist, and then you will pull. I recommend doing this while you're sitting, not standing, because that's a lot more further if something was to drop.
Yeah.
And it would damage it a lot faster and a lot worse. And flutes are not that easy to replace and fix. And then you set it in just like that till it fits. And then again with the head joint, you put it in just like that. And then again, you will close it up, lock it up, and off you go. But for right now, demonstrate to me putting it together.
Okay. So going to take the head joint
Yes.
and the body,
Yes.
like so. Now, this end.
Very good. Very good.
Go in and you twist it in.
Yep. Twist and push. Very good. Until it is all the way in. There you go.
I have that aligned perfectly.
And it really doesn't matter for right now until you go to adjust it to play it for where it's lined. A
Okay.
lot of people have it different ways. But usually what I like to do just right off the bat to make things easier is line up the mouthpiece, the head joint, to these keys.
Okay.
Yep, just for starters. And then when you go to play it, that's where you'll adjust it back.
Sounds good.
So then,
That's together. Then we take the foot joint and we line up the keys, the other keys on the body.
and very good. Good job. And now, one more time, can you demonstrate how to take it apart?
Yes. So I'm going to sit down
Very good.
and we're going to start with the foot joint.
Yep. And then where do you want to grab when you go to take off the foot joint?
Grab it at the top of the body and at the bottom of the foot joint.
Yes. So where you want to grab? Yep.
Twist and pull.
And just make sure that you aren't putting too much pressure
Yep.
on the
Rods.
Yes, the rods.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we set it.
And again, if it doesn't fit, that fits. Good job.
And then for the body, sit down again. And grabbing the head joint, twisting and pulling. And we're just going to set that in.
Does it not fit quite right?
I'm not sure, so we're just going to kind of.
And there you
Yeah,
go.
There we go, that fits better.
Oh yeah.
And then the head joint.
Let's start the other way. See how that goes.
That,
And that fits in a lot more nice. Then you shut it, lock it up, and then you take it right in its merry way. All right.
Sweet.
And now let's open this back up. You will show me how to put it together one more time, and then we will get to the next part.
Okay.
So actually, without putting it back together, let's take the head joint. If you would sit back down. And then, what time are we at right now? 7. All right. So then we will take the head joint. I will demonstrate to you how to make a sound with just the head joint. This is the most crucial step of what we want to learn. We want to just take this, and we want to put it in our little divot right below our little lower lip and to our chin, and that's where it rests.
Oh.
And then when you want to make a sound, you just roll it up a little bit and go. If I can make a sound today.
Cool.
And then for like the lower sounds, you want to blow right into the hole.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to like try to bend it to where it's like this to your mouth and whatnot. It'd be really awkward and weird. But yeah, just take it right below your lip. You see where it's all lining up, where your lower lip is right there, and just blow downwards. Cannot get a good sound from me today, but here you are.
Thank
You
you.
try it,
Okay.
and then demonstrate to me.
So, right below the lip. Good.
Up.
One more time.
Hey, there we go. That's a pretty decent sound.
Got a sound.
So another thing too, I just want to clarify on, when you're putting it, you don't want to like make it go away from like your lip. If you can, just roll it in like the same place and go. So that way it's a little bit better. But very good first sound. Let's try that again.
Okay.
And then when we get a sound, and then once you figure out where that placement is, and then we'll start working on some chord notes. Make sure that's centered as well. Bring it a little bit to your right. There you go. A little bit to your left. Right there. There you go. All right, now figure out that placement. Figure out where that was comfortable. Make the sound again. Pretty good. What we want to do is that we don't want to blow with our whole mouth. We just want to concentrate and just go like we're about to whistle. Like tighten up the corners of our mouths
Okay.
a little bit. There we go. Try that again. There we go. Now let's get back to that position. Blow another note and just keep it there after that. Very good. Now quarter notes. Ready? 1, 2. Ready? Very good. And now let's go to half notes. Let's see how that sounds. So 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And done. Ooh, that was a really good, powerful sound right there at the end. So
Awesome.
very good job. All right. And now let's go into whole notes. Now, when you're playing, are you experiencing any troubles with breathing technique at all?
Well, I know I just thought that I am like leaning back in my chair, and I was
Yep.
wanting to fix that.
Yes. So what we'll do is that we'll adjust it. Stand right here. Sit on the edge of your chair. Feet flat on the ground.
Yep.
Top, good, straight back, and then bring it up. And then you always want to bring your instrument to you when you want to go to play it.
Mhm.
You never want to go to your instrument
Yep.
as
So like
well.
no bending.
Yes, no bending. Keep that nice straight back, feet on the ground, and play a note for me.
Hang on.
Yep. Oh, it was almost there. There you go. There you go. All right, now let's try that again. And very good, strong sound. Now keep that right there, and make sure that you can feel where that head joint is to make sure you can do that for the future. And then we're gonna do whole notes. Ready? 1, 2, ready. Breathe. One more time. Very good, very strong sound. You may stand back up,
Okay.
and let's go back to the flute. Demonstrate to me one more time how to put the flute together.
So, being we already have the head joint out,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to take the body next,
Yes.
and then we are going to just gently push and twist.
Very good. Make sure not to
Waiting
grab
to-
onto any rods.
Yep.
And then you can either line up the head joint with the keys or the rods for now, your
Right
preference.
now it's with the keys.
And then we will
more
adjust it.
so. And then, after that's secure, we take the foot joint and line up the little key with the other keys and twist and push.
Very good. Now, if I may see the flute real quick.
Yes.
Now, I will demonstrate to you how to properly hold a flute. So, for your left hand, you will be having your thumb right there on this key.
Okay.
We flip it around, we go to these keys. Your first finger, or your pointer finger, will go on this key, the second key, not the first one, but the second one. Then we will skip a key. We will have your second finger right there. And then right next to that key, we will have it right there for your third key. And then your pinky's free to do whatever right here. But we won't worry about the pinky right now. So you just have it as like a support right there, or whatever your preference.
Okay.
And then we go on to
The
your right hand. You'll put one finger right here for your first finger.
Okay.
Your thumb will be supporting on the back side to keep it held up. Second, and then third. And then your pinky will be mainly for this right here. And then for future references, these down here. But we will only focus for this today.
Okay.
Now, for your flute, this is resting position whenever you're sitting down.
Left hand on top. Yep.
Left hand on top, yep. And then when we get into playing position, it will go like this. You want to go straight out. And it would help if we have a mirror, which we do today.
Okay.
We have a mirror here. So then we want to go like this. We want to make sure we have a good flat flute and whatnot. And then we want to make sure it's brought up to us so it comes to us. And then all right. So this is actually a pretty good head joint placement right now so far. Fits perfectly for me at least. But yes, so we will do first, second, third, and then fourth
Okay.
for right hand. But we will not be focusing on any of these keys right now, so we could just have them just chilling there.
Just resting.
Yep,
Okay.
just resting. But we will be using our thumb as a main support right here. But we will be using our pinky today for the notes that we're going to be learning.
Sweet.
Which we will be learning the G, A, and B.
Awesome.
All right. And now, bring it up. Like that. This is second position.
Second position.
Yep, which is playing position as well.
Oh, so 1.
Yep, and this is first position, which is resting position.
Got it.
And some flutists as well, if they're not standing or and if they're sitting, they actually like to just rest on their lap as well instead of just having this right up.
Okay.
This is mainly if the conductor takes a stand and you have to be ready. So this is this, and then when they bring up their conductor stick and go, yeah, and then this is. All right, now sit please.
Okay.
I will hand the flute to you.
Thank you.
So first position.
First position. Okay.
First position is either this, resting position. We're just going to call it 3 positions, so resting positions on your lap. First position is straight up and down, vertical. Yep.
Just getting my fingers situated.
Then left hand. So first finger goes right here.
Up, down.
Second finger. Give me a second.
There.
Yes.
And then the pinky can just kind of rest for now.
And the pinky can just rest.
Okay.
Yep. And the same thing with these keys. Make sure you're not pressing any of these down when we're going to be playing today.
Okay.
But your pinky for your right hand will actually be doing some of the work today.
Okay.
All right. So resting position. First position. Straight up and down. And then playing position. Very good. Very good angle. Very nice and straight. And does that feel very comfortable?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It does. All right. So then what we're going to do then is that just as we did with the head joint, we are going to be pressing our first, second, skip one.
Ooh, yep. First, second.
And third keys down. Yep. Is that kind of a reach for you?
Maybe a little bit, but it's just
so,
different.
Let's try bending your fingers a little bit, maybe. Will that help a little bit? Yeah. And then this thumb will be on the little key down here.
Little key? That one?
Yes. Yep.
Kind of triangle one?
Yepers. Okay. And we will have your thumb key down and your pinky down the whole time, along with your first finger in your left hand.
Okay.
Yep. And those will be the only keys that will not move today.
Okay.
And then for our very first note, we will have second and third down. And that is going to be your G as described here in your book.
Okay.
All right.
So, right pinky down, thumb pieces down, first one is down, and then second and third. Okay.
Very good, very good. And then you don't have to keep your pinky just like that.
Okay.
Just have it comfortable. Along with your other ones, you don't have to have them like that, just resting over the keys.
Okay.
There you are. And then would you demonstrate me a note, please? The G.
And a G. Okay.
Just a little bit more concentrated air. Very good. Now let's put your mouth back up to the flute. And then bring it just a smidge right there.
Yeah.
Yep. You're almost getting that sound. Just a little bit more concentrated there. So that was actually your high G.
Okay.
Yep. So when you adjust the flute, I will be teaching you more about this later on. But when you adjust your flute to like where you're blowing on like the edge, it actually makes a higher pitch sound.
Oh, okay.
Instead of blowing straight into the flute, which will make produce a lower sound, which is what we're aiming for today. But that is actually pretty good. That shows to me that is pretty all right. All right, so let's have your fingers just resting above the keys here. We don't want to have them like knuckled up and everything.
Yeah.
We want to get you used to that feeling.
Okay.
All right, and make sure your finger is completely covering There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then pinky down, thumb down.
Yep.
1, 2, 3 are down.
Yep.
And then, is that comfortable, or do you want this turned in a little bit more?
Could we turn it in a little bit more? That
Yes, yes, yes.
help.
So, all right, there. Let's
There
try
we
that.
go.
A little bit up.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. That was a good sound. If you can, I'll just turn it in a little bit more.
Okay.
Not too much. Yep,
Yep.
yep. So, there we go.
Okay.
You are getting a sound out. It's just a little bit airy,
Yep.
which is not, it's nothing too bad. If you can get a sound out on your very first lesson, that's bravo to you. But very good. What we are going to do now is that we are going to send you home with the flute. So will you one more time demonstrate to me how to take it apart?
How to take it apart? Yes.
Yes.
So first we are sitting, and we start by taking the foot joint off,
Yes.
trying not to grip the rods.
Yep. So with your
Grip
other
up
hand, grab up.
here.
Yep.
Yep.
Very good.
And twist and pull.
Very good. And I
Gently.
will take
Thank you.
this, and we will set it in just like that.
Okay. And then for the body, same thing, trying to avoid grabbing the rods, grab the headpiece, and twist and pull.
Very good. And I will take that as well. We will set it in just like this,
Okay.
and then we'll take the body.
And that does not fit.
So that way does.
Turn it. There we
Very
go.
good. We will shut this, lock it up,
Up.
and send you on your way. So for your homework for
Yes.
today, you will be going over the first note that we learned today,
Mhm.
and if you would like, keep practicing on the head joint, trying to get that more distinct sound.
Yeah.
Focus your breathing and whatnot,
Mhm.
and I have a few breathing exercises. So just like what I like to do a lot
Mhm.
is just whoa in and whoa out. So for example, it also helps really good for brass, but with flute it requires about the same amount of air as a tuba, in fact.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's a lot less tubing,
Mhm.
it requires a lot of air.
Yes.
So one more time, just whoa in, whoa out one more time. Very good. And it actually helps de-stress you a little bit. If you're feeling
does.
stressed,
Uh-huh.
it's good to have healthy air coming through you. But G is a note that we learned right at
Yep.
the end of our lesson today.
Uh-huh.
And then A, we will be taking our third finger off of our left hand. And for B, we will be taking our second and third fingers off of our left hand. And those will be the other two notes that you should look over
Mhm.
in your free time. And again, practice on the head joint,
Mhm.
practice the notes, and practice putting together and taking apart your instrument while also doing breathing exercises. And we should be good.
Sweet.
I will
Thank
see you
you
next
so
lesson.
much.
Yes, and you may have yourself a great rest of your day.
You as well.
Bye.